Okay, now here we are, guys. We're on the Zim's Guitars YouTube channel today for a spontaneous live stream with my good friend Johnny Beane TV.
You got to get one of these, man.
Yeah. I don't live stream very often. Every month or two I'll live stream. Look at these giant glasses I got. Big old readers. But at least I can see. I restring a lot of guitars, and you got to be able to see that stuff really good. Right?
Yeah.
So how have you been?
Oh.
Dang.
Dude, I've been amazing. Can I say that?
You sure?
Is that weird?
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Been having a great time.
And how's Ron doing? Ron Gunner.
Oh. Oh, he's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He's cool. We talk probably every day.
You know what? I might send Ron a guitar just for the hell of it.
Oh, cool.
Because I got a lot of guitars. And, and he's a good guy. He does a lot for you. He does a lot for a lot of us. He's a super cool guy. He needs to be rewarded every once in a while. I still have his address. Every time I watch, I drop in on your guys' live stream, and you guys are always mentioning me all the time. You're always talking about Zim's guitars. I'm like, man, I need to pay it forward a little bit, and I think I might send Ron a guitar. But we'll see.
Very
I could
cool.
change my mind at any minute.
Yeah.
So the latest thing that has been tons of fun, and I know, when I was on your channel years ago, it was exclusively Van Halen, and that's all we ever talked about. And so there's actually some cool Van Halen news, and that's the old David Lee Roth is out on tour. Is his tour wrapped up yet, or when does that wrap up?
Yeah. It ended about a week ago, last Sunday night, I think.
Now, I saw him on a Thursday, I think it was 2 weeks ago over here in Chandler. Mm-hmm. And I had really good tickets down on the floor. I was 10 or 12 foot back. If you go on my second channel, I actually have Zim's Guitars 2, which is my second channel. And that's where I just put concert videos that I go to. Maybe the Whiskey Dogs, the band that I'm in, there's some of those videos on there. Body Res is a punk band that I'm in, and I put some of those kind of videos on there. But Zim's Guitars too. I only have 100 subscribers or whatever it is so far.
140 now.
140, yeah.
I just subscribed.
Oh, cool.
That's the first I'd heard of it, so there we go.
So it's just me goofing off. It's not guitar-related content. Mm-hmm. But it's concerts that I go to. Have found myself going to a lot of concerts recently and just having a great time with it. I got a couple of concert buddies that will go to concerts with me. Right. And so been joking around lately. I sell all these guitars and everything that I have, and I take my profits and I just buy concert tickets with it. So that's my new thing, is seeing tons of concerts. And so that's what the Zim's Guitars 2 channel is for, so that my algorithms on the main channel stay, even though it's very slow, this main channel right now. But a couple of years ago I had those storage locker videos, and that one locker video got over 1 million views. And so my channel was crushing it a couple of years ago. And now it's just sort of riding along, Yeah.
That's cool. Again, congratulations. And yeah, I know there's a delay on my side, but it's technically it's on his side. Because I'm coming through speakers on his end.
Yeah, let me turn my speakers down just a little bit.
That's
because you are a little bit loud. Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on.
It's cool though. Hey, Alec.
Okay, does that sound any better?
Mic
Johnny?
check.
Okay.
Mic check. I don't know.
I
It's funny,
turned my
man.
speaker down.
It's funny because everybody that uses StreamYard, and I love StreamYard. I'm an OG of StreamYard. I've been on here since
Yeah.
the very beginning. Everybody's settings are different. So my settings are different than your settings, and
Yeah.
your settings for me are different than, say, if you were to come on my show,
Yeah.
it's all different.
Right. So, back to the. So, what do you think of the Dave show? What do you think? You went to David Lee Roth,
Yeah.
tons of fun. What do you think?
I thought it was incredible, man. I thought he was, I mean, he's David Lee Roth. Come on.
I know.
What can you do? The band was tight,
Uh huh.
you know,
Uh huh.
and I thought they were amazing. And anybody that was, complaining about any of it, they missed out.
I think so
It was a
too.
lot of fun.
I think so too. Now, unfortunately, the old band couldn't be back together, and unfortunate Michael Anthony couldn't be there. And when you think about Van Halen, Eddie and Michael, they sang so well together, and all those
Hmm.
background vocals were very unique. And I've always said the Van Halen backup vocals were magical way back in the day. And
Yeah.
but Dave was aware of these concerns, in my opinion, because that's why he hired 5 guys to sing background vocals. And so you had perfect harmonies out of those guys. And then Al, the guitar player, the guy that was playing bass, and even the guy that was on keyboards, all the keyboard parts were done live. So there were no backing tracks anywhere in this concert. And so that was a big plus.
No.
And the jump, all the keyboard parts, I'll wait. It was all it was all live. So that
Yep.
was a big plus in that concert.
It was great.
Yeah.
And we talked about this on one of my shows. When you're there, it sounds totally different than it does, say, on a phone recorded video.
Right.
And you watch the video. Most of the people complaining are the ones watching it on the YouTube, and
I know.
they're not. When you're not there, it's the experience just isn't the same. So when you're there, there's the experience of everybody having fun. And truthfully, you can hear Roth's vocals better on the videos than you can when you're actually there,
That's true.
because everything is so loud there. One thing that I did notice, though, was, I mean, I thought it sounded great at the live venue. I watched a live video, I don't know, somebody from some show somewhere, and you could really hear the backup singers. Dave called them the 5 tops. They sounded incredible. Their harmonies. It's a shame that the show that I was at, you couldn't hear them as well in person than you could on the video.
I'm wondering where he found those 5 guys. Has there been any talk on where these guys came from? Who are they?
I don't know. There probably is, but the band was tight.
Are we ever going to see them again? Is anybody ever going to see them 5 guys ever again?
I don't know. I think so.
Now, in your opinion, did they make a big enough impact to where, so the tour's over. It was a 30-day tour, plus, what was it, the M5 show, or what was the whole thing that kicked it off?
I think it's called M3. M3 Festival in Maryland or something.
Yeah. So, and you're a big Van Halen fan. That's why I'm throwing all this stuff at you.
A little bit.
You think
they're okay
financially? How do you think they did financially for the M3 show and then a month worth of touring?
David Lee Roth Band?
Yeah. How'd they do overall? Do you think it was very successful? They raked it in? Do you think it was moderate, just average kind of success?
Well, here's something that I noticed. I was at the show in it's called it's called Saratoga, California. It's San
Mhm.
Jose, California.
Mhm.
The show that we were at, there was no merch at all for
I
David Lee
know.
Roth.
That's a little bit strange.
So a lot of the times when a band tours, they make a lot of their money on the merch.
Yes.
David Lee Roth not selling merch. I think he's doing pretty good. He doesn't have to sell the merch.
But Dave is such a businessman. It's all about business with that guy. So that is a good question. Why was there no merch there? Even if it was Roth, the Roth show, or any of that stuff
Mm-hmm.
to advertise his YouTube presence, any of that stuff you could have sold on T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't necessarily have to have a Van Halen logo. You wouldn't been able to do that. I'm guessing.
It would
But
have been David Lee Roth logos. It's I mean, something's telling me if he's not selling merch, he doesn't have to sell merch.
okay.
So he's probably doing pretty good
Yeah.
because, like I said, most shows you go to, there's all this merch and t-shirts are what, 60, $70 a
Yeah.
shirt? And they didn't have
Well,
any of
at
that.
least 40. Yeah, at least
Depends
40.
on the band.
It does.
Depends on who it is.
Yeah. So, was there any hints of him going back into full retirement after the last show, or was there any, hey, I'll see you guys next year, or any of that kind of stuff going on?
Well, I was at the second to last show, and because the last show was in Napa, California, I was at again Saratoga, which is really San Jose. Alex Radford in the chat says it's pretty much San Jose. It is, and it was cool because Roth was like, "Hey, San Jose, you have your own song," and he starts singing the Dionne Warwick, "Do You Know Your Way to San Jose?"
Yeah.
Right,
Uh-huh.
and there was a few pretty interesting moments at the show that I was at in Saratoga. He started talking about, well, I'm sure he said a lot of the same stuff at some of the shows, but it seemed like this show it was a little different because he talked about his dad. He talked about how time just like flies by.
Yeah.
He did talk about Van Halen only as how he would say him and Edward, used to write songs together and he wrote all the lyrics and all the melodies.
Yeah.
That's really all he said about Van Halen was that.
Right.
Um, he did seem to tear up at one point, which I don't think he probably did at every show. Like it was probably unique to the show that I was at.
Right.
It wasn't
I heard
like
him say I had to come back. He said something during the show that I saw. It was in Chandler, Arizona, and like I said, it was 2 weeks ago. But he
mm-hmm,
did say something to the effect of, it was kind of, well, I had to come back because I missed you guys. He said that to the audience.
mm-hmm,
So that tells me financially he didn't really need to do it, but it was just something for fun. And it's fun to get back out there. I thought it was cool how he dressed in black leather. For every
mm-hmm.
show, he wore the same thing, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
And so it kind of reminded me of like the Elvis Presley comeback tour or something. That's his brain saying, man, I want to be like Elvis when he came back in 1973 or whatever year it was, the
Mm-hmm.
comeback tour. So
Well, that's his era.
yeah,
Elvis, Frank Sinatra,
yeah,
all that stuff. That's really what he brought to Van Halen. Because if you notice, go back to his one-liners from those Van Halen days,
yeah,
a lot of those he took from Dean Martin. It's the
yeah,
same lines.
yeah.
Oh, spill your drink, all that type of
Uh,
stuff.
yeah. And it was funny. He was still doing that kind of stuff. And you can tell that he's having fun. But I could also tell that he was in full control of his band And just like back in '84, when he'd reach back to Alex and he'd say, "Hold, bring it down," and those guys listened to every word he said, and he was the ringleader, more or less, the MC of the party, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he still
Mm-hmm.
plays that same role. There wasn't a band leader on stage like Al Estrada, who was playing guitar and did an awesome job. He was definitely not the band leader. And
I think the bass player is actually the musical director.
is that what they said?
Mm-hmm. The bass player has worked with a lot of other bands, a lot of other stuff.
Okay, I got a little bit of Dave footage now. When was it? About 3 months ago, I went to San Diego, and there's a place called Humphreys by the Bay, I think it is, and I saw that Led Zeppelin John Bonham thing there. We're gonna look at some footage here of Dave, and let me see if I can do this. Oh, I don't know if I can. I gotta hit buttons. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, so this is Drop Dead Legs. There's Al right there. Johnny, feel free to contribute to any of this. Any
Al
of the thoughts
Estrada,
you do.
Al Estrada is amazing. Incredible player.
Okay. So listen to how Dave comes in on the first verse right here. If he's in pitch, we're going to critique his vocals in this first verse right here. Okay, because that's what everybody wants to do to poor Dave. We all want to critique their vocals, but let's see how he does. All right. Johnny, what do you think?
I think it's amazing.
I thought he crushed it right there. He was in
Well, look at
proper
him.
pitch. He was in key. He was in proper pitch. He delivered the lyrics pretty much on time. You know, even back in 1978, he would come into a song late. You know, he would never always come in on the one count. He was always late coming in. But right
Mhm.
there, he did really good. Now we've got all these great harmonies. Okay, so he's just playing the MC of the show. Because that was the Ed and Michael part. He didn't ever sing on those lines, right? So right here. Okay, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. Okay. Okay, here's the second verse. Loop-de-loop. I don't know what he did right there. He's adding a little ad-lib once in a while, like he always did. All right, here. He said it sounds great tonight, Mr. Monitor Man. So he's able to, you know, he's in the present mind. You know what I'm kind of saying? Where he's on top of it. It's not like he's standing there forgetting the lyrics on purpose, or he's in the present moment really well. It's not like he's lost his brain. He hears a good monitor mix. He walks over, and he's casual enough to walk over to the guy running monitors and say, "Hey man, my monitors sound great tonight." He didn't wait until the song was over. He did it right in the middle of that second verse right there. Very casual, typical Roth style. And there's a lot of people that will harass him because of his walking over to the monitor guy. What band do you know that would do that? Walk over to his monitor guy and on his microphone say, "Hey man, the monitors sound great tonight, monitor man." Nobody does that. And that's where he gets a lot of people saying negative things about his vocals, because he's not afraid to just do whatever he wants.
Well, he's David Roth. I mean, this is his show.
This is his show. Yeah, and he's in full command of this show. He's got a great drummer. What's the drummer's name? Do you recall?
Francis. I know Francis.
You do?
I've had him on my show a couple times. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's incredible too. All incredible musicians. Those backup singers, they're amazing.
Okay, so here where everybody is casual, everybody's having fun. The bass player's up on the drum riser. The background vocals are singing and dancing and having a great time. Al's laying down a killer groove. Okay, now watch Dave. Takes a drink. There we go. Get a little moisture on the tambourine is always good. Right there. He cues his keyboard player. And there's those big keyboards coming in. Okay, so not only is this not like the album, Dave has restructured the song to have this long ending. Because when we would listen to this song on the album, Drop Dead Legs, what album was this? Was this 1984 album?
Yes.
This song would have already faded out on the album. But Dave's the kind of guy that's like, man, why do we have to fade this song out so quick? I want to do a heavy keyboard part. And those keyboards are really loud in the mix. When you're there watching this stuff live, the keyboards were very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And then there you've got those background vocals that we've never heard before.
Mm-hmm.
And Al's just shredding it on guitar. He's just shredding it up.
One of the background vocalists plays keyboards too.
I seen that. He walks over and he gets on the keyboard. Yes. So this is a reformatted version of the song. And I'm pretty sure that Dave is in full charge of what's going on here. And people are like, oh, well, he's just killing time right here by stretching Drop Dead Legs out to a 6.5, maybe it's 7 to 8 minutes long. But this is a good groove. And Johnny, you were at the show. Now, you weren't at this one. This was down in San Diego. But the people in the audience are having a riot and having the time of their life watching Dave just do this kind of provocative stuff right here.
Yes.
But
the show that I was at, the crowd had a great time.
He's having a blast, and his audience is having a blast. And they've got such a good groove. I know I'm talking over it, and you guys maybe want to actually listen to this. But, okay, now we're going to get back to the ending riff. Okay, so they're starting to unwind it a little bit. If this version was on the 1984 album and then it went on for 8 minutes, this would have been the greatest version of a Van Halen song. It would have been better than on the album. In my opinion, this is better than the album. Extended ending here. Right? Super cool. Now, when you would see Van Halen in the early 80s with Roth, they would always do a bunch of that. They would always ad-lib songs and make them longer when they were live too. So it isn't something new for Dave. It wasn't something new for Dave, but let me see if I can click out of that. Yeah, so I just thought that the way they did that was really cool. Now you could go in there. Dave could have went in there with the best version of the Atomic Punks that's around town or in the United States. He could have gathered up the best version of the Atomic Punks and went and played the songs as close to the album like he did on the Sam and Dave tour back in 96 or whenever that was. Right?
2002.
2002. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to see, David Lee Roth with a tribute band. I mean,
I know what you're saying. So
that
he,
does that does that's just not right. I mean, that to the band that he has, it's not a tribute band. Like I said, each member in that band, they have other bands. I know Francis is
I
in like
know.
at least a couple other bands.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. I just think that for all the haters, they missed out. And and I think they've put a great band together. Now, of course, there was a couple of songs that were a little hard to listen to. Panama wasn't so great. There's a couple that weren't. I'll Wait was kind of tough to listen to him sing that one. But overall, I had a great time, and the people in the audience had a great time. They were cheering, hugging each other, and just partying. And Dave Roth always brought the party, and he still can do it at 70 years old. He still can do it. So yeah,
yes,
that was really
yeah,
fun.
it was a great show, and I don't know if you saw the Sammy Hagar show where he has Satriani and they played a bunch of Van Halen stuff.
I
I
missed that. I didn't see
well,
it.
they're actually doing that again in Las Vegas coming up. They're doing
Right,
several more shows. We
right.
saw I saw that show
Here.
twice.
Okay.
I saw it here and then I saw it down in Inglewood, the LA
Yeah.
Forum.
Uh-huh.
So I saw that show twice. I saw this show, both two completely different shows, but both just excellent shows. Just great stuff.
Now, Al Estrada, is there has been any criticism of Al playing any of those songs that you've heard anywhere? Have you heard any criticism? Because you remember how we were getting some Joe Satriani criticisms last summer.
And that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, man. I mean,
But
he's
it
Joe
was
Satriani. He's Joe
happening.
Satriani. You
I
got
know,
some guy
but it
in
was
his
happening,
bedroom
though.
complaining.
I know, but it was happening. People were complaining about
Oh
how
yeah,
Joe
well, it's
did
the
it.
internet. People are going to complain regardless of
I know.
whatever it is.
It's crazy.
No, I think Satriani is doing a great job paying tribute to those songs. Still being Joe Satriani. The last thing I want to see is some guy up there jumping around trying to be like Eddie Van Halen. That's no.
Oh, the tribute band thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had a thing with tributes where they just kind of my stomach gets a little sour because it's like a scuffed version of like the band. It's like that kind of looks like him, but not really. That
I know.
nobody can play like Eddie, no matter how hard anybody tries. There's only one,
Yeah.
right? Even though we all think we can, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So
I know.
tribute bands, they're cool. If you want to go out, have a good time, watch a tribute to whatever band, name your favorite band,
Drink a couple
whatever.
of beers. Yeah. Do some shots.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the real deal, you got Sammy Hagar out there doing his thing. You got Dave Lee Roth out there doing their thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a tribute band backing up. Well, I don't know who did that though. I mean,
Roth
who?
did that in 2002, the Sam and Dave show. Wasn't it just he just rounded up the best tribute band that he could get and kicked the singer out. And was it even Michael Starr, right?
Michael Starr.
Yeah, wasn't he the Steel Panther or the Atomic Punk singer back in 02 that Dave's like, hey, I need to
I don't
borrow your
know.
band for a tour.
I know he was
Yeah.
at one point. Hey, Stickman, what's up? What's up, everybody? Peggy, Brad.
Dude, I'm not even
We
looking
see
at
you
the
guys.
comments. Where's my
Beat,
comments at?
James. Everybody smash that thumbs up and subscribe.
Oh, here's my comments. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Brad Guitar Miller. Yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah, so again, I had tons of fun at the Van Halen show. I call it the Van Halen show, but I had tons of fun at the Dave show, and it's for the haters out there, you missed out on a good time. So there's that. Okay, more Van Halen news, Johnny. I'm not going to keep you on too long today. Thank you for just even hanging out with me. I'm bored at the store today. It's been a slow week. I don't know what's going on, but
We
okay,
we we got to talk at some point, man, because I've never been to your store,
yeah.
and I've gotten I didn't have the disease for a lot of years, the gas or whatever that is. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
you've been watching me for a lot of years. I never got
clear
new guitars.
acquisition syndrome.
Yeah, I never got new stuff. And
Uh huh.
then the past couple years I've gotten some new things, and I'm kind of getting
It's getting kind of fun, huh?
the itch, like,
Getting
what's that
fun.
pedal, or what's that? Yeah, I might need something. May need to look through your inventory at some point, and
When you guys coming to town? You and Laz going to come to
you
town?
know, I mean, do you know anybody over there? I mean, can I get a deal?
Oh hell yeah, you can get a deal. I've got so much inventory now, it's crazy.
Uh, Dude,
Okay, so
are you coming to Nam?
I kind of want to this year. I
I'm
took
promoting
last
now.
year
I
off.
got my badge yesterday, so I'll be there.
Can you get me if I pay for a ticket, will you give me a ticket and I'll come in under your, give me a pass? I'll pay for it. And then it'll
Oh,
save me from having to sign up and everything. Um, I was talking to McKnight and Phil said he's probably going to go to NAM this year. So I could always follow McKnight around the NAM
yeah,
show.
yeah, that'd be cool. We gotta hang out, man. BCG, what's up, man? It's Kramer time.
I could bring a yo-yo. I still have a yo-yo. Because you remember 20, what year was it? I think it was 2020 when I did the NAM yo-yo trick video.
Uh huh.
And I had everybody give me a yo-yo trick. That is such a fun video. Nobody watched it, but I have Steve Lukather giving me a yo-yo trick. I got Billy Sheehan giving me a yo-yo trick. I got Michael Anthony giving me a yo-yo trick. And then I got all the YouTubers, Jared Dines and Terry Berry, and everybody's giving me yo-yo tricks in that video. And it's been 5 years. I probably should take a brand new yo-yo and get back over there. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll probably go do it. Walking the dog. Walking the dog. Okay, so I'm a huge Roth fan, and I'm always going to kind of stand by him. So based on knowing that, tell me your thoughts on the new Wolfgang video where he's pretty much dissing on Roth pretty much through the whole video.
It's funny because when I first saw that video, I did a show. I do my exclusively Van Halen. I did a show talking about it.
Yeah,
I didn't really notice any of that. I just thought,
right.
oh, this is cool, this is fun. And then the more you watch it, the more people talk about it. And I think he even kind of said later, huh, yeah, I think that's kind of supposed to be him with the megaphone and
Yeah, and he puts on a funny shirt and swinging the nunchucks around,
the
pretending he's
nunchucks.
yeah. No, he's
I don't think it was so much the shirt, because I think that's one of his regular shirts, but I
um,
think it's the nunchucks and the megaphone that kind of
yeah, and I want to.
do
And
it.
the song is basically I want to talk shit about you. So I mean, a Roth fan could be offended by it, but at the same time, is it good for publicity? Keeping these little feuds going. Van Halen, for people are still feuding over Van Halen, who's Sammy or Dave, and and so now that's just adding to it with Wolfgang getting involved here.
Hmm. Well, the thing is, I don't think he wants anything to do with it, because he was born into that, so he's always known it. Imagine, being a baby and growing up around your dad, who's always in the studio, always writing, always recording. and you grow up seeing how people are like they're having these parents. And yeah, he joined the band at one point. It was like
Uh-huh.
what 12 years ago,
A
13
long
years
time.
ago,
Yeah, he
whatever.
was in
and
there
and
for a
so
long
he
time.
so he was in the band.
Uh-huh.
And unfortunately, just people, like I said, it's the internet. People can say whatever they want. And he would get a lot of haters on the internet just saying whatever. And he would, he would tweet back to some of them now and again.
And
But
there's also the giant issue about the A Different Kind of Truth album is not on any streaming platforms.
I think it's back now.
Oh, it is?
Hmm. Yeah.
But that's they were feuding about that for a little while. And
Right.
Dave was saying like shit like, "Hey, your album isn't doing so good," and things like that.
There's mine right there.
Oh, that's a great album.
Mine signed by Edward
Yeah, yeah, it
right
would
there.
be nice if it is actually streaming again. I know that there's publishing rights and it lasted for 5 years or 10 years or something, and then when it stopped, they kinda had a feud about signing it back up. I don't know exactly what happened there, but,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know,
I'm not, I mean, I kind of know, but not really. The thing is, if you have music online, like, I don't know if your band, if you have music
I
on
do.
iTunes
Yeah,
and all
Body
that
Res
stuff,
on Spotify.
you're on Spotify.
iTunes, Body Res.
So, okay. So you pay to put the music up there.
Yeah.
You don't, I mean, you can do that and it'll be there forever. So unless somebody who owns the publishing to that, like however you guys split that up, if one of the songwriters, or I don't know. Let me just say, in my case, the songs that I have up on iTunes and Spotify, they've been
Uh-huh.
up there for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to use some of them now in my own shows, like my intros and
Oh,
outros. Those are songs that I did 15 years ago.
there you
But
go.
my point is, I've never had a problem. Nobody's. What I'm trying to say is, it may be, if music gets pulled from online, there's somebody in the band that wanted it taken down. That's
Mhm,
most likely what it is.
mhm. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Malichi? Malichi, what's up, man? Lewis. uh, yeah.
Dude, I finally got a mixer and my interface all going. Wait, let me see if I can. And I haven't tried this live. Let me know what you think, if you think my guitar sounds good. Let me get a few things out of the way here. Let me grab a cable.
If that guitar doesn't sound good, you got another guitar, right? You have at least a couple guitars there.
Yeah, I don't like that cable. Hold on.
That's the thing, man. You got a whole workshop there to
I really do.
do all kinds of cool stuff. That's what I kind of have here now. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really seen you in the past year or so, but I've got a workbench now, and like I said, I kind of got the itch for gear now, which I didn't have for a lot of years.
All right. Guys, let me know how my guitar sounds. Maybe a little out of tune. But yeah, I finally got it together. You remember how I would try to play and it would fade in and out? It took me a couple of years because I didn't want to go buy anything to get it to work. But eventually stuff would come into the shop and I'd be like,
Hmm.
oh, I kind of need that. Yeah, I'll buy that, like a little mixer.
That's what I'm saying. You have like so many toys there. You can just like build. Well, you probably have. Like if you panned around your store, you probably have little stations of of amplifiers and pedals and all that stuff. Oh, there we go.
Sounds good, right? Was it messing up?
Yeah, it's a little underwater.
That's how I play.
Oh. Lewis.
Listen to the delay. That's why is it so muddy and messy. Yeah, so I'm kind of happy about that. All right, Johnny.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to let you go. I got to get back to work.
Is the boss looking at you?
No,
Is the
I'm
boss
the
like...
boss. Yeah. Oh, shit. I can't do that.
You see mine? Mine's kind of in 3D. My guitar. My guitar's like 3D.
Oh, yeah. Right on. Oh, yeah. Peggy, thanks for watching that video. I did a video a couple of days ago, and again, it's been very dead for like a week. I don't know if it's, I don't want to say what I think it might be, why it's dead down here, but I did a video the other day, and we were playing Wii bowling back in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my son were playing bowling, but I have a gig tonight, so I'm happy about that. Now, tonight at the Marquee Theater are a couple local bands, and then there's a band called Once Bitten. So it's a bunch of the guys that have been in either Great White or Jack Russell's Great White. And those guys are all getting together, and they're called Once Bitten, and they're playing at the Marquee Theater tonight. So I have tickets to, I got a free pass to get into the Marquee Theater tonight. But then my punk band also has a gig tonight at 11 o'clock at night. And I'm trying to figure out if I can do both.
You can. Here is my advice. Okay, you have a punk band.
Sleep the rest of the day.
Punk songs are a minute long, right? The punk songs are not that long.
Our songs
are 2.5
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
Punk songs, I mean, it's all kind of the same thing. Get there, you have access to so much gear there. You can build like the smallest, most portable rig there is.
Well, I have my 5150 Iconic in the trunk of my car already.
Oh, wow.
So I just grab I play a Gibson Les Paul. That is super cool guitar for being a Gibson.
Here's what you do, since you're playing in a punk band and you want to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to go to that other show before your gig or after your gig?
No, my gig is at 11 o'clock tonight. So I have to be at the bar where my band's playing by like 10:30.
But what time's the other show?
Well, the openers probably start at 7:30.
And how far are the two venues from each other?
15 minutes apart.
Okay. I think you can do both, man.
I'd have to leave at 10, a quarter after 10 or something.
Show up for your gig, do your sound check or whatever that is, hire a roadie to come down and set up for you. And if possible, have them play for you. Have somebody show up in a wig.
Have somebody just set in.
Look just like you. Yeah, play your parts and then party at the other gig. Or do the sound check, play your gig. Well, wait, you want to go to the other show? It can be done. I think you can do it. What do you guys think in the chat?
Wait, hold on. I got a question right here. Hey, Johnny, asked Dane if John Acalino gave him a guitar pick when he came to his place. Okay, John Acalino is a guy that's recording the Whiskey Dogs album, and John Acalino used to be an icon. And so it's a huge band. He's got a great recording studio. I haven't seen any icon picks out there, but I'll keep my eye open. I might be able to do a video from John Acalino's studio someday. Oh, yeah, here's the albums. My son just handed me the Icon albums. These were the first two Icon albums on Capitol Records. And these are the guys from Icon. And this is Acalino right here. And this is Dan Wexler. And Wexler, I saw Wexler at the David Lee Roth show the other day. So it was weird at the Dave show. All the local guitar players were there. So I bumped into like a half a dozen dudes at the Roth show. They had to see him. You know, we all grew up on that stuff. But no, I'll look and try to get you a guitar pick.
Very cool.
Yeah, it really was. Okay, Johnny, going back to work. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and helping me get through a very boring day down here at the guitar shop.
Hey, you're welcome. I was glad to get out of bed for this. Now I can go back to sleep.
That's what I need to do. If I plan on going to a concert and a gig tonight, I gotta go home and go to sleep. Brian, do you mind if I go home?
The boss is in the back office, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, guys.
You guys,
go buy a
thank
guitar.
you. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe.
That's right.
Subscribe and shout out, you guys. I'll be at NAMM show January 20th. So
the NAMM show. Hi. Give me a ticket, buddy. Give me a ticket.
We'll have to be there. Keep it there.
See you guys. Okay, John.